Peel a chestnut in 1 second with just a plastic bottle cap. In this video, I will reveal to you 3 ways to peel chestnuts super fast that anyone can do. These methods are neat and tidy without hurting your hands and without losing the nut. Especially method number 3. For those who are true chestnut lovers, be sure to watch until the end, because I will also share a recipe for a delicious and highly nutritious dish made from chestnuts that everyone who tries it will praise. To be able to prepare chestnuts that are both tasty and easy to peel, the preparation and pre-processing steps are extremely important. First, prepare a large bowl of clean water, then add about 2 teaspoons of salt. Stir well until completely dissolved, and then soak the chestnuts in it for about 10 minutes. The salt water will help remove completely the layer of dust sand and even the fine fuzz that often clings to the chestnut shells. At the same time, salt also has a mild disinfecting effect, making the chestnuts safer for cooking. In addition, this soaking step also helps the chestnut shells soften, creating favorable conditions, so that the peeling process afterward happens more easily and without spending much effort. After finishing the soaking, use your hands to gently rub the surface of each chestnut so the dirt layer quickly comes off. Next, rinse the chestnuts again with clean water 2 more times very thoroughly, making sure the outer shell is shiny and without any salt residue or impurities. Finally, take the chestnuts out into a basket to drain completely. This step has a very big impact on the flavor and the ease in the peeling stage, helping the chestnuts stay both clean and tasty. Method 1. Using the microwave. One of the fastest and most convenient ways to peel chestnuts is using the microwave, an appliance almost every family has. First, you need to lightly score on the shell of the chestnut in the shape of a cross. This is an extremely important step, because if not scored when turning on the microwave, the pressure inside the chestnut can become high and make the chestnut explode, which is both dangerous and causes the loss of the delicious nut inside. After scoring, arrange the chestnuts on a plate, making sure the side with the cut faces upward. Then leave a space in the middle of the plate and place half a cup of clean water. The water has the ability to keep the chestnuts moist during the microwaving process. Next, put it into the microwave. Set it on medium or high and heat for about 2 minutes. The heat inside the oven will cause the water inside the chestnuts to evaporate, making the outer shell crisp and easy to separate. At the same time, the brown skin that usually sticks tightly to the nut will also peel away more easily. When the microwave stops, take the chestnuts out and let them cool down slightly to avoid burning your hands. After that, just hold a chestnut and start peeling from the scored line already made. The shell will come off quickly and neatly. No more struggling with the hard shell or the thin brown skin. This method not only saves time and effort, but also keeps the chestnut meat intact without breaking. With this simple method, in just a few minutes, you already have peeled chestnuts clean and ready to eat directly or use for making many delicious dishes. Method 2. Boiling in hot water. A traditional but extremely effective way to peel chestnuts is to boil them in hot water. Before putting the nuts into the pot, use a sharp knife to lightly score a small cut at the bottom of each chestnut. This is an important step that helps the steam easily penetrate inside, creating a gap between the hard shell, the brown skin, and the nut. Prepare a pot of water and bring it to a rolling boil. When the water is boiling strongly, drop the scored chestnuts in and boil for about 10 minutes. The principle of heat expansion will take effect. The nut absorbs the water, expands evenly, while the outer shell loosens and automatically separates from the kernel inside. Thanks to this, when taking them out, you only need to peel while the chestnuts are still hot. The shell will come off very quickly, and even the thin brown skin will peel away, keeping the nut bright yellow soft and without any loss. Important note: if the chestnuts are allowed to cool completely, the shell will tighten again, making peeling much more difficult. But no need to worry. Just dip the chestnuts back into hot water for about 2 minutes. The heat will soften the shell once more, and you can peel them cleanly with ease. The boiling method is not only simple, requiring very few tools, but also preserves the natural sweet and nutty flavor of the chestnuts. This is a method very suitable when you want to prepare quickly to eat right away, or when preparing a large batch of peeled chestnuts for stews, butter roasting, or sweet soups. With just a few basic steps, you will have chestnuts that are both tasty and easy to peel without wasting time. Method 3. Bottle cap and steaming. One of the lesser-known but extremely useful ways to peel chestnuts is to combine a bottle cap with the steaming method. For those with weaker hands, scoring the shell of a chestnut can be quite difficult. Because the nut is round, easy to slip, the knife can go off track, cut the nut in half, and even cause danger. You can handle chestnuts more simply with just a plastic bottle cap. The method is very simple. Place the chestnut inside the cap so that the tip of the nut fits just right and sticks out. The bottle cap will hold the chestnut firmly in place, preventing it from slipping. Then use a knife to chop lightly down, not too strongly, and you can easily make a small cut without much effort while ensuring safety. Next, rotate the cap to make another cut so the chestnut is scored in the shape of a cross. After scoring all the chestnuts, prepare a steamer, add water, and arrange the chestnuts inside. Make sure the scored side is facing upward. This allows the steam to penetrate deeply through the cuts, directly affecting the nut inside, making the shell quickly soften and separate. Cover the lid of the pot. Turn the heat high and steam for about 10 minutes. During this process, the hot steam will cause the chestnuts to expand from the cuts, creating large gaps between the shell, the brown skin, and the nut. When the steaming time is finished, simply take the chestnuts out, let them cool slightly, and then peel right along the scored line. You will see the outer shell and the thin skin peel away extremely quickly, almost without sticking at all, keeping the golden, sweet, nutty meat inside intact. The biggest advantage of this method is that it does not damage the chestnut meat the way prying with a knife does, while also ensuring you can peel a large number quickly. Furthermore, the steaming method retains the natural moisture, making the chestnuts tender, chewy, nutty, and keeping their full distinctive flavor. The general principle of all chestnut peeling methods is based on the changes when exposed to high temperatures. When chestnuts are microwaved, boiled in water, or steamed with vapor, the hard outer shell and the nut inside expand at different rates. This difference creates natural gaps, causing the shell to crack, making it easy to separate from the nut. Not only does the hard shell break away, but the thin membrane that usually clings tightly to the kernel is also softened and peels off faster. So with just these three methods, chestnuts can be handled quickly, saving effort and minimizing the risk of damaging the sweet and nutty meat inside. With only a few minutes of preparation, all the chestnuts will peel easily and cleanly without needing a strong force or worrying about the knife slipping and causing danger. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will guide everyone to make a delicious and nutritious dish from chestnuts, which is chicken stew with chestnuts. The method is extremely simple with a light sweet flavor so appealing that whoever eats it will love it. Let's get started. First, wash the chicken thoroughly after buying, cut it into bite-sized pieces. Then marinate with 1 tablespoon of chopped shallots, 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic, add a little seasoning to taste, and a bit of black pepper to enhance the aroma. Then cover with plastic wrap. Let the chicken rest for about 10 minutes so the flavors absorb evenly. Next, prepare a clean pot. Add a little cooking oil, then put the chicken in and stir over high heat until the meat firms up and gives off an enticing aroma, then season again with a bit of seasoning to taste. When the chicken has firmed, pour in enough water and stew for about 15 to 20 minutes, adjusting the time depending on the amount of chicken. While waiting for the chicken to stew, prepare some other ingredients. First is the chestnuts. You should choose nuts that are large, even, and soft, not using ones that are black and spoiled or have an odor to ensure the flavor of the dish. Next, wash the carrots and cilantro thoroughly and let them drain. After that, peel the carrots and you can carve them into flowers for a nice look, then cut them into bite-sized pieces. As for the cilantro, cut off the roots and chop it finely, placing it into a small plate. In addition, there are also lotus seeds. I use dried ones, soak them in water for about 10 minutes to soften before cooking, then drain off the soaking water. Red dates are the same, soak them in water for 5 minutes to remove any dust, then finally pour out the excess water and drain completely. When the chicken has been stewed for enough time, add the red dates, lotus seeds, and carrots to the pot and continue stewing for another 10 minutes. These are the ingredients that need more time to soften and absorb the flavor, so they are added first. After 10 minutes, start adding the chestnuts and continue stewing for another 10 to 15 minutes on low heat, so the nutrients from the ingredients release and blend into the broth. Especially chestnuts, which are not only delicious, but also rich in vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. Helping boost immunity, are good for the heart and very beneficial for the digestive system. When stewed for enough time, turn off the stove ladle into bowls and sprinkle cilantro on top, so the dish becomes more fragrant and appealing. The finished chicken stew with chestnuts is aromatic and lightly sweet, the broth refreshing, the chicken tender and chewy, the chestnuts rich and nutty, blending with the sweetness of carrots and red dates. Enjoying it while still hot or warm will be the perfect choice for a family meal, especially on chilly days. So we have just explored together 3 tips for peeling and boiling chestnuts quickly and very usefully. From using the microwave boiling in hot water, to the lesser-known tip of securing with a bottle cap, and then steaming, each method helps peel chestnuts easily without much effort while keeping the nut intact, fragrant, and nutty. Especially the nutritious and delicious chicken stew with chestnuts that everyone loves. Have you ever tried this dish before, or do you know any other tasty dishes made with chestnuts? Share in the comments and let me know. And if you found the video useful, don't forget to press like, share, so more people can know and follow the channel to watch many more helpful tips. Thank you, and see you next time.